Welcome to A Taste for Life on our food blog. We're going to talk a little bit today about a Spanish olive oil, Marques de Valdueza, and we're going to talk about an Italian balsamic vinegar. They were telling me at the store I bought it from aged about 10 years. So basically we're going to do a little tasting and talk to you a little bit about olive oils. One of the things I've learned about olive oil is it needs to have a taste of a vegetable, fruit, nuts, or grass. You know, if it doesn't have some of those, it could be a blend. It may not be authentic. It may not be made the proper way. So kind of keep some of those things in mind. Okay. So again, this is considered a very good Spanish olive oil. We're going to see how it compares to the ones we sell, and this is a Hoja Blanca, Arbequina, Morisca, and Picual blend. Okay, so always take a little, just like you would smell. Now I probably should have something to cover this and then smell it, but I can smell it's definitely got a nice fruity aroma. The color's got a nice color, right? Now, one of the things you'll know about olive oil is in your mouth it won't make you cough, but in your throat it can. So it's just that's one of the things that tells you it's authentic as well. But obviously when you're dipping with vinegar that won't happen, or you're having a salad. This is simply when you're sipping it yourself. But let's give this a taste. Definitely smooth. I definitely detect a lot of hints of the Arbequina, the Picual. And in the beginning I get more of the Hoja Blanca. It's definitely a good quality oil. Now, in my opinion, I still think, and also it's a style choice too, right? Because a blend is going to be very different than, say, we have an Arbasana and an Arbequina, and versus our Oli de Pau, which is an Arguedel. Very different profiles. So it's also going to be a little bit matter of taste. But I've tasted a whole lot of olive oils. I still think that, you know, and I'm biased, I suppose, right, because I own the company, but I would put our olive oils like 10 out of 10, I mean, really. And this one I'd put probably an 8.5 to maybe 9. Probably in January or December, you know, this would taste even better, because in all fairness, like October, November, December, I don't know any olive oil that's at its absolute best, but they're still very good, but they tend to be at their best, you know, December, January, you know, because they were just freshly picked. So, and I'm trying to think if there's anything else to tell you about this. Oh, the price point. This seems to retail for around $28 is what I've seen, whereas you can get, you know, our oils for $24.99, and they're just super olive oils. But anyways, a nice olive oil. If you want to try it out for yourself, this happens to be the harvest was November 2010, best before December 2012. So always keep that in mind. You really don't want your olive oils, you know, being older than, say, like 12 months, 15 months. After that, you won't get as much of the fruitiness. You can probably still do you saute with them then, you know, because then some of the flavor's already been lost because of time. Remember, olive oils will age in the bottle, opened or unopened. So keep that in mind. All right, so now we're going to go to Villa Manodori, if my Italian is good, which I don't. I'm certainly not an expert in speaking Italian, but I've seen this on various websites. I've seen it in stores. Let's see how good it is. Someone told me it was good, so we figured we'd give it a try. All right. Now, again, I always tell my customers a good way to taste. Wow, the glass is chipped on this one. Oh, see that? Yeah. That's a little bit dangerous. Got to be careful with that. But the thing I will tell you about this is it should be a little bit thicker. And it looks like we've got a little of that thickness. A good way to taste these products. Now, a lot of people think they dip with bread, and some people look at me strange in my store when I tell them to try things. And by the way, to show you, it really is chipped. You see that? And see, it broke. Actually, there it is. It broke off. See, it fits right in there. But oh, now this smells to me like a Trebbiano grape, right? So I think it is, right? On this, let me see. I'm trying to see grape must and wine vinegar. Alright, let's see. Definitely has a very sweet, and it is a little bit thicker. See, when you pour it, a little bit of a thick feel. Very sweet for sure, as you would expect. A little hint of the wine. Now this retails for $42, okay? At least at the store we got it. Now, one of the things, the difference in this vinegar compared to what we sell, in my opinion, ours are a little bit smoother on the finish. You don't get as much of the bite. Like this one, I'm getting a pretty good amount of bite in the back of my throat, whereas in mine, you don't get as much of that. Overall, though, I gotta say, I feel this is a good vinegar. You know, it's here's the difference, though. So you can get our vinegars for $21.99. This retails for $42. Okay, so you can get a vinegar that's obviously it's a different style, but you can get a bittersweet style that's aged 12 months in French oak, and the people who make our vinegars don't feel they need to be aged much longer than that. They didn't feel there was a huge benefit for the amount of extra cost it would give. So you can get something you can use on a monthly basis for $21.99 and not get something that's harsh, going to burn your throat like a lot of vinegars will do. Now this one here, I definitely feel it's got a sweeter hit to it, but again, it's you know, I would say this one here, I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. That's for me is a good score. You know, but again, but on a price cost, you know, for the cost ratio, I'm going to give it more like a 7.5, because you don't need to pay $42 to get a great vinegar. Now maybe someone may argue, well, Kevin, to get a good balsamic, but maybe you don't need balsamic. Then you can get a very nice Swedish kind of vinegar that's you know, darker if you prefer. I would argue a lot of great vinegars are white, like we have a great Riesling and a Muscatel. But anyways, that's my review. I don't want to make it go on too long, but definitely two fine quality products. You just bear in mind that cost comes into play, and that you can get two of mine for the price of this and have something that is slightly better in my opinion, but still very good quality. Alright, so again, thank you for watching, and we really appreciate you taking the time to come in and check in with us and buy from us and support us. We know you have a lot of choices out there where you can buy. Thank you for choosing A Taste for Life.